Those shows are great.
Yeah.
I was watching Hoarders the other night, and I'm just screaming at the television. I scream at my television. Throw it out! Asshole, throw it out!
I'm getting, my anxiety level is at an 8. I really can't. I have to go through this stuff. Could you get everyone out of the house? And then the shrink. Okay, people, we really have to respect Jane's space in this situation. So please, can we all step outside? I'll have a moment with Jane inside the house. And then and this was my mother's before. All right. Throw it away.
I would just start smashing shit right in front
of her. And the
workers
workers outside have got to be going, oh, another fucking nut job.
Of course.
It's all about them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought of you the whole time I watched it. The one lady, it was the mother was really fat, and she was a terrible hoarder, and her son hated her, and her daughter was, kind of crying with her, and the father was disgusted. And the mother's big confession was that, like, when she was a kid, her father burned all of her stuff. And that's what. Yeah, so, all right, I can understand.
We all had shit happen to us.
But it was the way it was, like, mom's big moment. And she was like, and you could just see the son wanted to punch her in the fucking face.
He should have.
All about her.
Yeah.
Her moment.
I understand things happen and you need a little attention. I get that. But when it lasts, like, 30 years, it's like, will you get the fuck over it,
please? How much attention do you need?
Right. That was 30 years ago. He burned your shit. Guess what? Nothing has been burned since. Can you figure that out in your head?
How much nurturing?
Oh, don't get me started.
It was so annoying.
Don't get me
She needed nurturing. She needed the whole family around her to nurture her and reassure her.
And the family is there. We've tried for so long to get her to clean up, but she just won't. And it is. It's all about her. Work has to stop because of her. Or you don't throw that away.
You know what? I'll tell all the people out there that are dealing with this shit. You do something very simple. You ignore them. And guess what? All of a sudden, it's really weird, but they start getting a lot better.
Start throwing stuff away.
They start getting a lot better because no one's there nurturing them and cuddling them and enabling them.
Just need a loving hand on their shoulder. They just need to know they're loved.
You ignore them, and wow, it's surprising how much better they get. It's really weird how that works.
Fucking pants and shirts and shit from 1970 with dead cat carcasses under it.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that's great. That's stable. Nice. Great.
Right.
And you got to talk to her gently about that? Hey, nut. You fucking have dead cats in your house. They're fossilized.
Right. No, you got to respect her space.
No. Now we found...
Even though there's no more space left, but you still got to respect it.
Now, I understand. Why don't we sit down now, Jane? Jane, sit down. Take some deep breaths. Tell me, where is your anxiety level now?
Ugh,
it's at a 9.
really?
It's at a 9. Okay. Now, it was at a 10 before, so you're doing very good. And she's sucking up all this attention.
What about the anxiety level of the family that has to deal with this?
That has to deal with that fucking nut.
It's all about them being nurtured. They need their nurturing. No one notices them. They're sick.
Jimmy's doing this on purpose. I'm starting to sweat.
Dude, it was so enraging.
Look what I'm doing. I'm pulling up the sleeves of my
sweater. The one fat lady, like her whole family was miserable with their fucking possessions piling up.
It's all just crap.
I would just throw stuff out. I would leave. You have to leave sometimes. All right, go ahead, fatty. Stay in here with your stuff.
Yeah. Well, they do, and that's it. They fucking die in there.
You know what the reality is, too, man? A loved one dies, and the family goes in. I think E-Rock's dealing with this very thing down in Florida. So
a loved one dies?
He'll have a story to tell, but your shit ends up in a dumpster. And the family takes a couple things that meant something to him, and everything else that you thought was so important to you when you were living is now in a dumpster, like that About Schmidt scene.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it ends.
And if you're a hoarder, forget it. Then it's gasoline on the house and a match.
Right. Yeah.
Why bother?
Because, I mean, your family, they don't have room in their houses to take all your stuff, with them after you pass.
What had he saved?
Your whole life ends up in a dumpster.
What did he save in About Schmidt that went up in the dumpster?
Well,
it was like records or his
files.
Oh, it was his files that he thought the new guy could read and learn about what the job is about and get an education. He's going to educate the young gentleman that's coming to replace him with the years of experience he's had with those files. And he goes around the back, and the dumpster's full of the files.
It's just an amazing
Because the
scene.
young guy doesn't give a flying fuck about him.
It's all about the computer now, and no one needs him, right?
No one needed him.
What happened when he came in? It was really awkward when he sat down with the guy, or wasn't it awkward?
Oh, yeah, because the guy was just like, he's trying to, he's probably trying to bestow some wisdom. The years that he's been with this company upon this youngster who had his own way of doing things and thought he would, didn't need to hear from this guy. All right. Okay. All right. You could go now. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I really gotta get out of here.
Like, yeah, we'll get together.
And there was all, I have a collection of files and stuff here. You might want to look into them. And
yeah. He's looking at the clock and looking at the office and
out
looking
in the
at
dumpster.
Schmitty there. Kevin from Connecticut has a great idea.
Oh.
They should have a hoarder show starring Arlie Ermy.
Oh my God!
Can you imagine? You get some kind of Marine guy to do the hoarder show.
Oh, the woman would be crying, and then just let her cry.
Yeah,
as she watches her shit just being thrown into a flaming dumpster.
Oh man, would that be a great show to watch?
Throw this out, fat buddy.
Yeah,
you don't need coupons.
He picks up everything like that donut. Yeah. What the hell is this?
You're making such progress because they throw out one thing they never should have kept to begin with.
Yeah. So what do you think about these things? Yeah. You want to throw this away? Well, this means a lot to me. And then they walk over to the dumpster and throw a fucking teacup in there out of a place that's a disaster. Yeah. And they're like, that's progress. That's good. It's very good. You're really making headway. There's rotting fucking roast beef in the fridge.
It's a soup. The fat lady who needed the nurturing had 2 little jars with the numbers on them, and she had it because her friend gave her one like it, and it had soup in it, and she was going to make soup for her friend, and then they go to her daughter going, she's never made soup.
No.
She's not going to make soup.
Daughter just frustrated, right?
Everybody knows the soup is a lie.
It's just so annoying after a while, but I'm telling you, you ignore them, and they really do get better. It's very strange how that works.
But she just, you know what it was? She needed people around her just to surround her and love her.
We all need people around
just
us.
Love,
but the people around you thing has to be kind of equal in a family environment.
Yeah.
Because we all need people, and we all need a little nurturing from time to time.
People who need people are the luckiest people in the world.
There's a lot of great shows on. Do you watch Sober House?
Sober House?
The Dr. Drew, like it's kind of like a spin-off from Celebrity Rehab. He gets them all good, right?
I can't watch those shows.
Dude, he gets them,
I need realism.
He gets them all good. He gets them in a healthy place, and then he moves them into Sober House, where they now have to kind of live as sober people. And they're checking into Sober House. They just had the graduation from Celebrity Rehab.
Yeah.
Where they're all like, congratulations, you did it. He hands out the little dumb trinkets and stuff.
Yeah.
And they make speeches like, well, I'm now well on my way, and I'm going to live a sober life. And then they move them into the Sober House, and they have to all take drug tests before they go in. Half the people are failing the drug test. It's like, way to go, Dr. Drew. This is good advertising for your practice.
I can't watch shows with gimmicks. I can't watch reality shows with gimmicks. Reality shows I can watch are the crime shows, Forensic Files, all those things. I love them. But anytime there's a gimmick where they got to put them in a house, or they're running through these tests and doing that, like Hoarders is great. It's just get in there, clean the shit out, and watch someone cry. Intervention, same thing. You got somebody that's fucked up. Drag their family in and tell them to knock it the fuck off, or they're leaving. When they're running through an obstacle course or fucking standing on a giant scale, and it's the Gong Show,
dude. I just happened to, because we know Dr. Ian Smith. I was watching Celebrity Fit Club last night, which is a complete ripoff. Well, I guess they came first, but I mean, Biggest Loser on NBC is a real serious weight losing show. And then Celebrity Fit Club is just a complete joke. Half the people, they've been on the show for 7 weeks, they've lost like 3 pounds. It's like nothing's getting done.
They don't take it seriously.
No. And last night they had Harvey. He's like the Marine type.
Harvey?
Yeah.
Harvey!
He had an obstacle course set up, just like you said. That's why I'm bringing this up. where they had to run and grab as many, I don't know, all the yellow flags or something. I couldn't even follow the rules. I'm like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're running, trying to like grab all the flags. What this means to losing weight, I don't even know.
It's nothing.
And then Harvey has a big, huge fucking tennis ball gun and is just beating the shit out of them. Supposedly the tennis balls are flying at 70 miles an hour.
What does that have to do with losing weight? It's a freak show. You get it. Believe me, if I could sit there with a tennis ball gun and shoot a fat person running around, I would do it in a second. But as far as sitting there and watching it like it's an interesting show I want to watch, no.
And Bobby Brown running up a hill, and you got to like jump over bales of hay. And with less than a minute, he could barely run anymore because he smokes.
Oh.
Sebastian Bach lost like 1 pound. It's like, what is this show?
Did Sebastian need to lose weight?
Yeah, he's looking a little, like his salt intake's a bit high.
A little high.
I told you they offered me that show.
Jimmy, you know what?
Didn't take it.
Thank God you didn't take this show.
Thank God.
That's good managers.
Thank God.